Yo, what's the deal? You got Alone with the Six Skin Poet. I'm here to do a video, and yeah, I'm gonna blast you. And you know who I'm talking about. This video is about people who do not speak up. I think in my interactions, it has become common courtesy for me, and even if some people don't like it, well, hell, I'm trying to be thorough. I'm very outspoken, and I say whatever it is that comes to mind, because I feel like the less bullshit or the less you don't tiptoe and walk on eggshells and different shit and just spit it out. I'm the kind of interactive person. I like to hang out with people. I like people, but then there's certain parts of people that I do not like, and I think that major thing is, especially if it's with me, if a person cannot communicate to me. I have a level of open communication with people. I keep all that bullshit out. I'm very thorough when it comes to doing different things, and I just find that people are always like, somewhere in the limbo, and it's like, get the fuck out of that shit. It's like blast time. Have a friend that wanted to hang out. I said, man, that sounds great. Let's hang out. Cool. Did have company coming in town this weekend, and that was kind of last minute. They come sporadically, and that's my dog, so it's whatever. And this person said that they had something to do Friday morning. Friday morning tells me like all day event. So I'm thinking, basically if they doing something, I'm not gonna call because obviously you said you're busy. If you become unbusy, then you can call. And so they were supposed to go do whatever they had to do. They ended up calling that morning like, hey, are we still gonna hang out? Well, I thought you were busy, so it only took so long. I said, okay. So and we were texting. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm free now. I'm not doing anything. I'm free. Well, it was like no response. It was just like dead air, and it's just like in a text message, there was no response to it. So I'm like, that's really weird for somebody to ask me, "Are we gonna hang out today?" So I'm thinking like the other person should be still sitting at the phone, calculating in their mind like, when is this text message going to come in for this information so that we can get this squared away? No response. So somehow, I forget who called who, we end up talking on the phone. And I just want to sit back and see what the person was going to do. You going to bring it up, or you going to... Because there was no text message that I saw before I got on the phone. I can't hear it if it beeps in my ear. There was no information to say whether or not they were going to respond to it, so I was just like, okay. And the person shot the breeze. I'm sitting here listening like, okay. You sent me a text message, asked me whether or not we're going to hang out, and we're just going kind of back and forth on the phone like, yeah. And I'm just thinking in the back of my mind like, okay, I got company coming in town, and two different people that are in town specifically that I had really made plans with. Then I had a friend who was coming over because she had to do an escape, and I just had all this different shit. And then there was several parties last night and yesterday, and all these different things are going through my head, and I'm just sitting up here like, this person is just in limbo. And I wasn't really getting irritated. I don't want to say irritated because it's a very strong word, but I think I was getting frustrated with not just being able to solidify, you coming over, or are we going to go somewhere? Because let's move this on along so that we can have a plan. And I had to really go into the aggressive mode of almost, you do this or you don't do this. Like the person was a child, and I don't want to have to do that, but I just wish people could just spit it out. Just instead of, what are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, well, I'm not doing anything. Well, I'm not doing anything either. Well, do you know if there's anything going on today? Just fucking do something. Instead of just that fucking, it kills me because it's just, people waste so much time doing that instead of actually doing things that they want to do. Then it just becomes this fucking limbo, and it sucks. To me it does. And that's why I don't Twitter, because I think that's fucking stupid too. So I've never gotten on Twitter, but I understand the concept to be, you enter in information as you're doing it, so the other people are just sitting there on the other end watching you do your activities, or probably doing their own thing at the same token. But what is the purpose? Because I think what it does is it teaches people that it's okay to just ask what a person's doing without having a purpose. And to me, that's just it. Fucking just irks the shit out of me. I hate Twitter. But anyways, uh, then you have this other individual that's coming in town. He was supposed to come here a month ago, never came. Supposed to come here. Shit, it's dark. That's not even plugged in. It's supposed to came here like a week and a half ago and never came. And there were understandable reasons. Couldn't get the time off work. Then another time he was missed the flight. Okay. So the person actually comes here. I'm calling this person all week. The person actually comes here. Doesn't even call me when they get here. And, it wouldn't be so bad, I guess, if the person wasn't like, oh, I really want to hang out with you. We haven't hung out, because every time they would come in town, I was out of town. And so it's like, now I'm here. I'm waiting for you to solidify your shit so that we can have a plan. And they lollygag, and I know they just want to hang out at night. They want to go party and all that shit. But obviously, I'm not just, you're not the only person that I hang out with. So I'm not just going to solely make plans with you, because I have somebody who came in town to stay with me for the weekend. Obviously, I'm going to hang out with that person before I'm going to hang out with somebody who just doing all this extra shit. And I think it really irks me, because I think our association is in the balance of that, of if you can't just say when you're coming, you already like lollygagged on I'm not gonna say lollygagged. Several things happened to keep this person from coming here, and they didn't stay in communication with me. You can't expect me to just be sitting on the edge of my chair waiting for you to get your shit together. I'm expecting for this person to be a little bit more progressive, as far as making something happen. But obviously, since that time, we haven't hung out, because I just feel like, they're basically full of shit, honestly. And I think that it was just so easy for them to say, if they had all that extra shit going on, even when they came here, they had some family shit they had to deal with. It's like, you're not even coming here for the purpose of hanging out. You have business to take care of. So the best thing for you to do is take care of your business and then holler at me talking about you have some time free. Because their free time did not coincide with mine. And after waiting for so long, I'm not putting my shit on the back burner. But I think that, that's the main thing I want to say, is it just, if I can understand if you like Twitter, but I'm not living my life in a Twitter box. And if there are people out there, and especially the ones that know me, please try not to do that shit, because it's very irritating when you can use your time better in order to do more active, proactive things with other people. Instead of like going back and forth, ask a person what they're doing, be progressive and say, hey, let's do this. Shoot an idea out. If it does have to do with, a personality of a person, then just fucking go for the gusto in that, because it's so irritating for me. I don't know how other people feel about it, but I can imagine, like, if you're just going back and forth, hey, what are you doing, then it just gets a little tedious. Not even a little. I'm using a lot of these words I shouldn't be. It's fucking tedious, and it gets on my damn nerves and irks the hell out of me. But I guess people will be people and do what they do. But anyways, I have to show love to all of the people that I deal with on YouTube. I know that I'm not on here much, but as the summer comes to an end, I'll be back. So just want to show some love to folks, and hope you're having a good weekend and summer. And people that are traveling, doing wonderful things. Be safe out here. Don't drink too much. And I'll catch you later. 2 fingers, and I'm out.